Well, welcome to the Grandy and Andy post-game show. Of course, a lot of anticipation for the debate tonight. What should John McCain say? First thing he should say is a vote for Barack Obama is a vote for penguins. And if you want penguins to rule the world, vote for this guy, because he will empower penguins, being one himself.
Is that supposed to be funny?
Is that racist?
Because it's really not funny.
That is racist.
It is not.
Absolutely racist.
Why is it racist?
Because the penguin is black and white.
Just
and
like
guess
Barack
what?
Obama.
Barack Obama. Black and
Why
white.
do you
I wasn't aware of that.
I think that's abhorrible.
It isn't.
And I think that a man of your, a man of your caliber should not,
As opposed to character.
right, should not stoop that low.
Yeah.
Fortunately, the remainder of the show, Brian Neiman,
That's right.
myself, we're fair and balanced. I think the way the debate ought to start tonight is quite simply this. Oh, what?
Just preparing myself for what you're going to say.
You have no idea what I'm going to say.
Oh.
You never know what I'm
I
going
know
to say.
exactly why I'm worried.
I
Go
mean,
ahead, say it.
He's got to hit home tonight. He's got to get out there. I'm talking about John McCain. He's got to get out there. He's got to get negative, and if necessary, inflict bodily harm.
That's right.
If necessary.
It's not just enough to go negative.
No.
He's got to
if
be
he
violent.
can hit him.
Yeah.
If he can get close enough to just land one good one.
Challenge him to a duel.
I
Yeah.
think that'd be good. That'd be really good. We'll settle this thing before Election Day.
Yeah,
How
that-
about Neiman?
Yeah.
I have zero confidence in either one of these guys about the economy, and that is my biggest concern right now. And
Who would you trust?
Yeah,
to-
that
who would
is
you
an
trust?
excellent
honestly,
question. Who would you
don't
trust?
McCain more than
All right.
Obama. I mean,
Who
honestly,
would
I don't.
you trust
Well,
to
here,
run
here's
our
what
economic
what I would love.
policy?
Here's what I would actually like to happen. I don't know if they could actually do this, but who is the most trusted man when it comes to money today in America?
Alan Greenspan.
No, I don't think so. Warren Buffett.
Oh,
What if
Pat Sajak.
What if
Really?
Obama or McCain said, "Hey, when I'm president, I'm going to name Warren Buffett the Secretary of the Treasury"?
and what if Warren Buffett said, "I don't want that
Well,
job"?
what do I
Maybe
need
he
that
did.
for? I mean,
Yeah,
Well,
really?
maybe he'll do it.
No, he won't.
Why not? If duty calls,
they do.
You know who
So-
would do it?
Who?
Donald Trump.
Actually, if you listen to Trump, he's been on Neil Cavuto a couple of times. He sounds more intelligent than just about anybody else.
Yeah.
He's the guy that brought up the fact that, well, oil is dropping to $90 a barrel. The dollar is up.
Right.
So there is an upside here.
And we got a lot of these old, pristine buildings downtown make great casinos.
That's right. That's what we were talking about this morning. You said, before we even went on the air, that Fannie and Freddie had capital requirements that were like lowered to 2%. Right?
They were. They
Vegas
were lowered
casinos,
from 10 down to 2.5.
Vegas casinos have a higher capital
Oh
requirement
no, they
than
do.
Fannie and
I
Freddie.
know. Yeah, they
Because
have
the
to
house
keep-
will cover more than 2%. I
Yeah,
guarantee.
I guarantee it's 10% or 20%.
Yeah. So I mean, look, start with capital requirements. That's what we used in the
Right.
savings and loan bailout.
You know another name? Dan Snyder.
Dan Snyder,
Dan Snyder. He run the economy of the U.S.
you turn it into an amusement park.
Can you imagine?
he hasn't had that great of a track record in recent
The
years.
problem with Dan
Well,
Snyder is if Dan
who does?
Snyder ran the economy, it'd be too expensive to park in this country. That would be the problem with Dan Snyder.
That's right. Yeah, everybody have a job, but you
Yeah.
couldn't drive there.
You can live in America, but you can't park there.
Make $38,000 a year. You pay $36,000 for parking,
And he'd build a big stadium where it'd be easier to see games in Canada.
and you can only buy your lunch at work.
That's right.
You can't bring anything with
You
you.
have to shop it, or you have to buy Johnny Rockets is
Yeah.
one on every street corner.
Yeah, it will happen at 9 o'clock.
No fireworks at all tonight. That's my prediction. More of
Yeah.
the same.
McCain will-
mundane debate.
Yeah, McCain will concede tomorrow.
That's it.
He says tomorrow the McCain campaign will pull out of America.
You see him now going over to the Canadian border.
Yeah.
Say, bye, everybody. See ya.
Yay!